Hey, 3 times a charm. This is the 3rd time I've attempted this video. I continually make mistakes. I am human. Right, so Torben sent me a message about how splash damage works from artillery bombardments, from multi-rocket launchers, indirect hits, any kind of, template when you hit something and it splashes over to another unit. So this is an artillery bombardment thing, but it can apply to different things. So this is the situation. We have 2 vehicles here, a transport jeep, a Humber. These are pushing that way, part of an armored thrust, and my opponent has called down an artillery bombardment on this yellow dot at the end of the turn. So, top of next turn, he rolls a dice and gets a 6. The bombardment comes in. He rolls for range on the bombardment, rolls a 4, so that is 4 plus 6, that's 10. Both of the vehicles will be hit. Now, first, we roll for one of them. Whatever. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. Ooh, I get a 6. That means the Jeep is now hit. Unfortunately, these vehicles are very close to each other, less than an inch. And I have to center the template, which is a 4-inch template for an artillery bombardment, on the Jeep, which means that 4 inches, the Humper is going to get it as well. Now, the Jeep itself, it gets a 4-inch template, which is a 4+. So, and the Jeep is soft skin, so it's a 6. That is an 8. Any damage on soft skin means it's dead. So the Jeep is dead, and any potential guys inside it would also get damage, right? Now, the Humber cannot escape from the artillery bombardment, even though it has recce, cannot escape from that hit. And both of that is because it is not the direct target of an attack. You can only recce away, you can only make an escape move if you are the target of an attack. It is not. So, since it was in the splash damage, it would get the hit to the side. That would be a 2, that's a 6 in the side, it's a 7 in front, so it's a 6 in the side, which means that it takes superficial damage, and that is a 3 on the superficial damage table. That should be, I can't remember. Turret jammed, right, and since the hit was from that angle, so the turret is jammed in that direction. Right, I also take an additional pin marker. Now, I take 1 pin marker because of the damage, but I don't take any pin markers from the actual template. Why not? Because in the latest fact, Warlord Games states that you do not take pin markers for splash damage. What happens then? Well, I roll for the Humber as well, because it was still in the area of effect of the artillery bombardment. And I roll a 2, which means that they take pins, D3 pins, 2 more pins, and that is the result. The Humber ends up with 3 pins, and the Jeep ends up dead. So that is the principle of how you apply the splash damage from an artillery bombardment, which also applies to any other forms of HE if you put them close together. So how do you avoid that? Well, you make sure that your vehicles are a little further apart, right? That is the way to avoid any splash damage from HE templates. In general, make sure your units are a little apart so that you don't get hit with multiple units from a single shot. That's it. I hope this was better and I made less mistakes. Anywho, that's it from me. Cheers.